On YouTube. Week 4 of the NFL was a great week. Really, really good week. Some upsets, good players. But we are back with our most popular series on this channel. You guys absolutely destroy our videos with views, likes, comments. So we're back with our week 5 predictions. This is probably my favorite video to do. I love doing predictions. So we're going to try and post this on Tuesday as much as we can. But stuff came up yesterday, so we couldn't post it. But let's get into game number 1. Buccaneers, Bears, Tom Brady. The key to their win against the Chargers was all the players believed in Brady. Brady is going to go up against his Bears team that hasn't been playing well, was absolutely shut out against the Colts, possibly the best defense in the league. So I have the Buccaneers winning this one 27-13.
Yeah, I think that for kind of obvious reasons, I also have the Bucs. The Bears had a really strong start to the season. They went 3-0, although it was like a shaky 3-0. It was sort of a quiet 3-0. I didn't realize that they were 3-0 until I saw it. I knew they won each game, but the fact that they were 3-0 was kind of astonishing. But Brady loves distributing the ball to all of his weapons, and this week he will most likely, I think, have Chris Godwin back, who is a main weapon for this Bucs offense. So I think that the Bucs are going to win this one in an offensive blowout, 34-17.
Bills, Titans coming off not playing, obviously due to coronavirus. Still, I don't know. This game may not happen in the end of the day if there's still positive tests. Bills, Josh Allen looking like one of the top quarterbacks in the league, playing absolutely incredibly. Stephon Diggs been playing well. That duo has worked perfectly. But obviously the Titans have Derrick Henry. Tannehill has been good. A.J. Brown might be back. I think he is back. I think he's questionable. I still think the Bills win this one. That defense is too good, and that offense just complements them too well. But it'll be a shootout. Bills win this one 35-27.
Yeah, I think it's kind of unfortunate for the Titans that A, they're going up against Josh Allen, possibly one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, and B, that as Derrick Henry was getting on a roll in week 3, they were unable to play in week 4. And that sort of cancels the momentum that he gave them. And the Titans are 3-0 still, but the Bills are also undefeated. I'm going to give this one to the Bills in a close one this time, 27-24.
Now on to our next game, Jaguars, Texans. Jaguars losing to a Bengals team heavily carried by Joe Mixon. Texans 0-4. Bill O'Brien was fired. Oh my God, I forgot to say that. Bill O'Brien was fired. So I think that coaching change might have an effect. I still think the Texans will win. I think they'll get their first win of the season. But really, I could see the Jaguars winning this one, but I have the Texans winning this one 27-20.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a lower scoring game. I think that the Jaguars and Texans have both looked not so great this year. The Jaguars' surprise offensive player, James Robinson, the draft pick this year, he was a late round pick and he's been playing really well. However, I don't think the Jaguars are going to be able to prevail in this one. The Texans are at home. Deshaun Watson is one of the hardest quarterbacks to bring down in the league. I'm going to give this one to the Texans 17-13.
Bengals, Ravens, Burrow getting his first win after getting some help. And I think the key to this game is, can Joe Mixon play well again? Joe Burrow has seen he needs help. He have good receivers. Tyler Boyd had a good game. AJ Green was a flop last week. T. Higgins is starting to, pick up his role as that, I guess, wide receiver 3. Lamar had a great game. 2 touchdowns to Mark Andrews, obviously against the Washington football team. I think Ravens win this one 30-20.
Yeah, I also have the Ravens in this one, 31-13. I think that Lamar's form has been solid, but the Ravens as an all-around team are just better than the Bengals. If Joe Mixon can play like he did last week, then the Bengals may stand a chance, but I don't think he'll be able to repeat, and if he does, it won't be as big as last week. So yeah, I'm giving this one to the Ravens.
Next game, Panthers, Falcons. CMC is still out. He should be back, I believe, after next week. Falcons losing again to the Packers 0-4. I mean, really should not be 0-4, I think. But, obviously upsets after upsets. I think the Falcons get their first win here. I think Calvin Ridley shows up big, and the Falcons win this one 27-17.
Yeah, I think this could be a pretty good game. The Panthers, obviously, without Christian McCaffrey, and Julio Jones hasn't really showed up this season. He's just been kind of quiet through the first 4 weeks. And Calvin Ridley, who made a huge name for himself in the first 3 weeks, didn't have a single catch in week 4, which is really concerning if you ask me. I don't know His targets were down, and of course he didn't catch a single ball. I actually think the Falcons will win this one 27-20.
Now on to Raiders, Chiefs, and don't count out the Raiders for this game. Derek Carr's been playing well. Josh Jacobs has had 2 down games at least for for fantasy. Chiefs have been playing well, beat the Patriots in that really low scoring first half. I was gonna give this one to the Raiders, but I can't. I think the Chiefs win this one 28-17.
Yeah, I can't really see the Raiders winning this one. I think the Chiefs have just too high-powered of an offense. Offensively, Jacobs' struggles continue. He had a good week 1, but then weeks 2, 3, 4, he wasn't as good. Kind of shaky. I think he's fumbled once or twice this season. I'm going to have to give this one to the Chiefs and their dynamic offense, 34-16.
The Cardinals, Jets. The Cardinals, woo. Great start to the season. Now some losses, and they're not looking great. The Jets are absolutely awful. Adam Gase is still their head coach, and I don't know how. Surge will be posting just Surge, the Jets fan. If you're new to the channel, he's another person who does videos with us, and he will be posting it. Adam Gase, just a breakdown of the Jets season. The Cardinals win this one easy, 30-17.
Yeah, I also don't see a situation where the Jets win this one. A couple of pretty big injuries, but even without them, I think the Cardinals are just a better team overall, even though they've gotten off to a 500 start this season. Just not superb. I'm giving this one to the Cardinals 28-10. Murray's been a solid quarterback so far.
Eagles, Steelers. Wentz really did actually have quite a comeback. His best receiver last week was a 6th-round draft pick out of Old Dominion, who I didn't even know had a football program. And he beat the 49ers. I mean, I know they're injured, but that's still an accomplishment no matter team. But he's going up against a really good Steelers defense. I don't think there's any way that they win this game. Steelers win this one 26-13.
I actually think this will be a decently close game just because the Steelers' offense so far this year hasn't been super high-powered. Ben Roethlisberger, I don't see him getting it done for the Steelers over the years. But I am still going to give this one to the Steelers. The Eagles have been sort of shaky out the gates, only 1 win in 4 games in a pretty weak NFC East division. But I am going to give this to the Steelers 20-17.
Los Angeles Rams, Washington football team, the best team to ever play football. And the Rams did not have a good performance. They still won, but they almost lost to the Giants if it wasn't due to that interception Daniel Jones threw in I think 50 seconds left in the game. I think the Washington football team win this game 27-10.
I think that the Rams actually have had a pretty solid start to the season. I think they're 3-1, although they did, for some reason, the Giants held them close. The Rams offense didn't play great, but Washington, I don't know. Antonio Gibson's been playing well over the past couple weeks, but I don't think that overall as a team, they're just strong enough yet to be beating a team like the Rams. So I'm going to give this one to the Rams 20-10.
Next game, Dolphins, 49ers. Really, absolutely injury ravaged. Brandon Ayuk's back and had a good game. Great hurdle. I don't think they lose this game, but they need to get some players back quickly. So I think it's going to be a closer one. And I think Tua could start in this game, but I'm guessing he won't. Niners win this one 27-17.
For the Niners, it's going to be a good game because they have their star running back and Raheem Mostert most likely back for this week, and he's going to have a field day. I think he could go crazy against this not so strong Dolphins front 7. I'm not super hype about that front 7, so I think Mostert is going to go crazy. The Niners will win this one 31-24.
Our New York Giants versus the Cowboys. Oh man, the Giants have problems. Both New York teams have problems. I mean, they really have just been playing awfully. Cowboys, obviously, Dak's not the problem as we saw. So I think the Cowboys win this one. I think they're deserved, and I think they win this one in a big one, 38-20.
The Giants may be able to hold them close in the first half, maybe hold them close in the first half, but the Cowboys will pull away at the end, and it won't even be close. Prescott, as always, will have a lot of attempts, although not as many because if not playing from behind this week, I think Zeke will get a lot more carries. Zeke will have a good game. Prescott a good game. I'm gonna give this one to the Cowboys, 34-13.
Brett Rippon's Broncos versus the Patriots. and I don't know how, but Brett Rippon's Broncos beat the Jets. So who knows how? I don't know if Cam's back. I don't think he will be, right? Just because of Corona. So I still think the Patriots win this. Patriots win this one 31-23.
This matchup is potentially a matchup of two third-string quarterbacks. Brett Rippon is the third-string quarterback for the Broncos, and possibly starter Jarrett Stidham is the third-string quarterback for the Patriots. And I just think that, this is going to be a pretty weak showing. Neither team has had a great offense, although Melvin Gordon had a really good week last week. But I am going to give this one to the Patriots purely because of Stephon Gilmore's defensive prowess. 21-17.
Colts, Browns. And the Browns are going to have some problems here because of that Colts defense. That front is incredible. This is a tough one to call because I don't like the Colts offense either. I don't like Phillip Rivers. So I think the Browns win this one, a close one, in a lower scoring one, 20-17.
The Browns had a good offensive showing last week. Odell Beckham, I believe, had 3 touchdowns, and Jarvis Landry threw one to him. I think the Browns have started to get it together, and I'm going to give them this one over Jonathan Taylor's Colts, 34-21. I just think the Colts have had a few problems offensively, at least.
And possibly one of the better games in this week of football, Vikings Seahawks. Russell Wilson, absolutely clinical quarterback. DK Metcalf is leading in receiving yards. The Vikings defense really not looking good. That offense has been looking good. Justin Jefferson obviously is recently broken out. I think the Seahawks still win this one in a shootout, 35-27.
So I think the main problem that the Vikings are going to have with the Seahawks is finding a way to guard both DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. I think that the Vikings would have trouble guarding just one of them. So the fact that they have to guard both of them, plus David Moore had a good week last week, Greg Olsen, Jacob Hollister, and then Chris Carson out of the backfield, I think they're going to have a lot of troubles guarding this Seahawks offense. And their offense has not been great for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins has been pretty weak this year, so I'm going to give this one to the Seahawks, 38-24.
In Monday Night Football, Chargers, Saints. Obviously, they came back against the Lions. Lions, that's a different problem. But the Chargers have been looking good. I liked Herbert. They unfortunately lost in that comeback win in Tampa. I think this is hard because I don't know if Michael Thomas is back, so I'm going to assume he is because I think he is. Saints win this one 28-22.
I believe that Michael Thomas will be back this week, and I might have misheard, but I believe the Saints scored 29 straight against the Lions, and that's pretty big. I know they were down by a lot, and they scored a lot of points to come back, but I think Breeze will have his favorite target and Mike Thomas back, and the Chargers just have trouble guarding that. The Chargers offense without Austin Eckler this week, I don't know how much I believe in them, so I'm giving this one to the Saints, 27-10.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Obviously, drop a comment down below. We will respond as we say every video, so make sure to drop any comments you have about the channel, stuff like that. Follow all of our socials. They will as well be linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, and what was the last one? Our podcast, our podcast. We're really, as I say every time, we're really trying to come up with more episodes. Shout out again, always, to our thumbnail artist, Sports Alerts. His link is down below as well. He does our Instagram posts as well, so make sure to go follow us. Get us to 1,000 followers on Instagram. We just hit 900. We're at 905 right now. Get us to 1,000. That would be an absolute dream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.